You're from Rebel News.
That's right.
This will be controversial. All right.
How's it going? How long have you been a fan of the team here?
Well, they've only been a team for one game. Who, the Eskimos?
Sure, either way.
Probably 50 years.
Well, since you brought it up, then what do you make of the new team name?
Well, I guess we have to live with it, but we don't like it because we're once an Eskimo, always an Eskimo.
I don't like it.
Don't like it? How come?
It's not. It's traditional. You know, traditions are easy to follow, and I don't know. It's just a different name, and I don't think it was right. But that was the choice they made.
However, the team didn't want to be in the place every year where some people are whining and complaining about it. So I think Elks is a good choice.
I would say that everybody gets triggered by something all these days. That was the thing that hurt me was they did all the interviews and it could have stayed the same, but some people weren't happy about it. So I guess that's a tough part. Yeah.
Adam Soos here for Rebel News. Merging woke politics and pro sports makes about as much sense as a drama teacher becoming prime minister. But that's the world we're living in. In February 2020, the Edmonton Eskimos, after extensive consultation with Inuit communities, decided that they would keep the name Edmonton Eskimos. Less than a year later, apparently everything has changed. They have now become the Edmonton Elks, and we are in Edmonton asking folks what they think about the name change. Oh yeah, you're not a fan of the new name? No? Well, it's interesting because I don't know if you know, but just like a year ago, they met with Inuit communities and they actually said they liked it and they'd like to be more involved. And now they're flipping the script. What don't you like about it?
I just don't like the whole process. Like, they sent us a list of the names and then they go with a different name. I would have, like, if they wanted to change the name, just leave it Edmonton Football Club. Like, Elks. What's Elks? Like, I don't understand.
What do you think about the name change? You're representing the Eskimos gear right now. What do you make of the new name?
Well, the thing about it is, it doesn't matter what you call a team, but you are losing that 70 years of tradition. So it's really hard to say, but it is what it is. So you can't really, got to pick and choose your battles, I guess.
I really would like Eskimos, but the Elks is fine. I'm okay with that, and happy that the CFL's on today.
And then they should have kept the name Eskimos because it's been Eskimos for how long? Since the 70s now, 60s? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was definitely a lot of society pressure.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of resources to be able to get out there and tell the other side of the story. Unlike the CBC, we don't take money from you against your will. We rely on your voluntary donations in this great free country to help us out. If you do want to help us, go to rebelfieldreports.com and chip in.
I think it's good. I'm sorry that they've had to get rid of the old name. I felt it was supporting the Eskimos, the Inuit people. However, the team didn't want to be in the place every year where some people are whining and complaining about it. So I think Elks is a good choice.
It's one of those things where it's 2021. It's there's going to be things that maybe we agree with or disagree with. At the end of the day, I feel like they really, if you're going to rebrand, they hit it really out of the park, and I can't be any happier than being outside and going to an Elks game.
As you can no doubt see, the vaccine lineup is absolutely out of control here. We can see so many people lining up to receive this. It's great that the Edmonton Elks have the vaccine truck here just to meet this incredible demand. Wonderful. So it looks like you guys have bought in. What do you make of, you're rocking some Eskimos gear, you've got the elk antlers. What do you make of the new name?
It got tough to get used to, but the logo did it for me.
Yeah.
They did really well on that, and they kept the ease. So, I don't know. Just adapt, man. I'm glad it got more fans, I think. The team store was nuts.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team store busy, so that was cool.
And for you as a legacy member, no doubt you got used to the Eskimos name. What do you make of all this?
Totally. I'm having trouble with the Elks, but I'm okay with the EE still. As long as we keep that, we still got something.
Logo?
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that everybody gets triggered by something all these days. That was the thing that hurt me was they did all the interviews and it could have stayed the same, but some people weren't happy about it. So I guess that's a tough part.
Yeah. You're from Rebel News.
That's right.
This will be controversial.
All right.
How's it going? How long have you been a fan of the team here?
Well, they've only been a team for one game. Who? The Eskimos?
Sure, either way.
Probably 50 years.
Well, since you brought it up, then what do you make of the new team name?
Well, I guess we have to live with it, but we don't like it because we're once an Eskimo, always an Eskimo.
Well, I know we saw even February of last year, they did extensive consultation with Inuit communities, and they said they'd like a little more integration and cooperation, but the team then said we're not going to change the name because the Inuit community doesn't want us to. What do you make of the change?
Well, we all said we wanted the Eskimos, and we feel they didn't listen to us. So I thought even Edmonton Empire would have been better than the Elks. But an elk is good tasting meat, so.
I'm not sure. I think what I heard, the feedback, there was mixed feedback.
Okay.
I understand the majority of Inuit people were in favor of keeping the name, but even if there's a small minority that aren't in favor of it, we need to respect that, and that's what they've done. It's the right move, I think so.
It's okay. I don't know. I don't know much about that. I don't know much what's about all the politics that change the name, but whatever. We still have a football team here, and that's what I like.
Yeah, with the EE. Here you go.
I love the Elks. I love it.
What do you make of the new name?
You know, I think it's okay. I guess we had times change, but it's always a heart and legacy for the Eskimos.
We're all alcoholic. What's that?
I don't like it.
Don't like it? How come?
It's not. It's traditional. You know, traditions are easy to follow, and I don't know. It's just a different name, and I don't think it was right. But that was the choice they made.
I'm still trying to get used to it. I love the logo, I'm not gonna lie. The logo is sharp. I actually bought my first t-shirt there the other day too. Yeah. Love the logo. I'm just so used to Eskimos. I think in time, I think I'll get used to it, but not just yet.
And I know in February of last year, the club did extensive consultation with Inuit communities, and many in the Inuit communities were like, we like the name Eskimos, it represents us, yes. We want to keep it. Do you know what happened between then and now and the name change?
Can I tell you what I really think?
Yes.
Am I allowed?
100%.
Okay, I think it had nothing to do with that. From what I know, two of the Eskimos' major sponsors, I think it was Bel Air Direct Insurance and Boston Pizza, they were threatening to pull out. So I think it was done because of that. But that's just me. What do I know? But that's what I think.
You know what, I'm an Eskimo through and through, but I love the name. The Elks is a great thing. Went out and bought a couple $100 worth of merch, the other day, and no, it's fine. There's a lot of history with the Elks too. Back 100 years ago when the Elks Club of Edmonton supported the team to take a train to Guelph to compete for the first Grey Cup in the Rugby Union of Canada. So it means a lot. It does really mean a lot.
I just think the world's changing and sort of different viewpoints and, taking into consideration everybody and it may not offend everybody, but those that are offended are being hurt a lot more. So I think, it's a name. I think we can change it.
It's just a name. Still the same team, still the same game. Who cares?
Well, our son plays for the Red Blacks. He's an offensive lineman, and he went to University of Alberta, a local kid. So we get to come out here and watch him play at home.
What's his name? Sorry, to make sure we give him some credit.
Mark Cordy.
Mark Cordy.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're in town. The Red Blacks are here. You're playing the Eskimos, the Elks. What do you make of that name change? What do you think about it?
Well, it's getting used to it. I think getting used to the new name and getting used to Elks and starting to hear a few elk calls out here, which is exciting. Exciting to hear that. So Red Blacks had a new name, used to be Rough Riders, Renegades, whatever, and we'll get used to it, and it'll be a few months, and we'll be right back to normal. Or that'll be the name.
So we chatted with people, and the mood out here is so exuberant. People are just happy to have football back. They're not going to let a name change get in their way. Listen, people aren't thrilled about the name. There's a few folks who like it. Generally, people are sad at the loss of a legacy, but it's not hampering their mood. They're just happy to be back playing football and hanging out with their friends. I want to thank you for tuning in. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Soos. Hey guys, we're here telling the other side of the story. Doesn't matter if it's miserable weather like this, anywhere in the country, we're going to go there and bring you the facts. If you want to help us, go to rebelfieldreports.com.